This is More Than Reality podcast, where we dive into all things faith, family, and marriage and share that there is so much more than the reality that you see on the surface. Welcome to More Than Reality with Adam and Danielle Busby.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
We're back in the studio, back in the saddle.
Who enjoyed last episode? It was a bit wild and random and different.
If you guys only knew, I probably cut a huge chunk right out of the middle of that.
Well, first off, this is episode 56. Did you say that yet?
Welcome to episode 56
of More Than Reality
podcast.
With Adam and Danielle Busby.
Yes, it's us.
We just kind of went rolling into it because we're back on the regular set.
Yeah, but last week you did your little best friend couch conversation, just talking about friendship. And
I actually had a lot of feedback, even
I was
just
nervous.
like person to person. People telling me like, hey, I actually got a lot of like good information off of that. And it helps me understand like y'all's friendship. So it wasn't, at least it wasn't not intentional for like, at least it wasn't nothing. So I did get some feedback back, even with like face-to-face people.
Really?
So that was good. But yes, Adam said he had to take out a huge like 10-minute chunk.
I forgot to tell him, like, so obviously I started the episode with them on the couch and then I had to go pick up the kids from school and I was nervous because I was like, I don't know how this is going to go because I'm not there. Like I can't steer this conversation any or, you know, whatever. And so it was just all a matter of like, okay, well, I guess I'll see it whenever I start editing. And I forgot to tell y'all.
I think
whenever y'all get on a subject,
if you told us or not, it would happen.
Take turns, because like all three of y'all, there was like a few times, and it even still happened on the episode, but there was like one particular story that y'all were telling, and y'all all got super excited about it.
I know, I want to hear it.
And it was just like all three of y'all talking at the same time. I'm like, I can't make sense of this, so I'm just gonna cut this whole story out, and so I just cut it.
But that's like what's the best part. Like we were laughing when you told us that. We're like, we want to hear it. That's like the best part because I feel like girlfriends, like they understand that, like they get like, I don't know what it sounds like, honestly. So you more the professional when it comes to this stuff can say like, no one's going to understand that. People can't understand when I'm talking over you. They're like, I can't understand. So I trust your opinion.
Yeah, no,
like,
people
I had to cut it out.
People get mad at us all the time for talking over each other.
And so I agree. It's probably couldn't understand it, but I'm like, that's the funny part where you're like, what is going on? Like what? I mean, it happens on like reality TV and stuff too, where you're watching like Housewives or something. And you're like, what is going on? Like, what are they talking about? But that's the good stuff. So we were like, that's the best. That was probably the best part of the whole episode. So
but I was also hoping that it wasn't just like, you know, because like whenever you have like really close friends and there's just like, you know, when you have close friends, you have like a lot of inside jokes.
No, that was the hardest part about
inside conversations and just stuff that only you know. And so whenever you're telling stories and you're just assuming that y'all already know this or it's like an inside joke or whatever, but then some of those you can't really say on camera because obviously it's like an intimate, close friend type.
We really went in unprepared because it literally was like, let's do a podcast on friendship. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Hey, Adam, blah, blah. And then it was like, let's talk. And so we started talking. We're like, well, we can't say that. They want to, no. So there was a lot of things we couldn't really share because of certain other things and a lot of inside jokes. And so it was like, is this even worth it?
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was our first guest, which I felt like was awesome. It was like two of my best friends, which it's the joke now. How many best friends does Danielle have? I shared that with Katie yesterday and she told me, I listened to that and it made me sad.
Yeah, because I feel like Danielle has a best friend in every state. Like, oh, this is your Louisiana best friend. Oh, there's your Michigan best friend. Oh, that's your local best friend. Oh,
like, Brazilian best friend, but lives in Texas. Yeah. But it was fun. So anyways, if you listen to that,
like, can they really technically be called your best friends?
They are. They're the people who know me the best. And no,
I thought you can really only have like one best friend.
Because
isn't that
All of them, there's nothing different that they know about me.
Because, I don't know, whenever I think of best, I think like singular. Like, oh, that's the best of this. So that's like, that's the one thing that's like the best. But I guess whenever it comes to like friendship, like, it's like.
Yeah, I guess so. But I guess you do think that. But like, if you think about like Katie being my best friend, that was like in college years. I met her in college. And then we got married and moved away, and we haven't lived by each other. So our friendship for the last 20 years has always been when we visit each other or conversational on the phone, you know? And so that's when I met Priscilla here. So our friendship has always been face to face. But anyways.
And like those good friendships are always like, you know, even though you haven't seen, you know, you can go like a whole year without seeing someone, and then like,
that's how I feel about Katie.
You come face to face, and it's like y'all never skip a beat.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about Katie.
Like you just fall right back into where you were.
It's harder for us to stay like conversational with each other or like be on each other's schedule. And like usually when I call her, she's at the gym or she's picking up her kids or different time frame. Like we always miss each other, so we play phone tag a lot. But it's always when we get to talk, it's like hours of conversation. But it's not like we feel like we don't know each other, you know? Yeah. So anyways, that was...
Okay, that was last week's episode.
This episode is brought to you by Poncho Outdoors. This season, give him something he will love and actually wear.
Yeah, I was super excited whenever Poncho reached out to us to sponsor More Than Reality podcast, because I wear poncho all the time. I mean, right now I have on the Western denim, and I mean, I absolutely love their shirts. Some of our friends actually will call me Poncho sometimes because I'm wearing poncho. Like whenever we go out to dinner and stuff like that, I wear poncho shirts so often.
Right.
I love the fit. They have standard and also slim fits, and now they just recently came out with like a tall fit. They have sizes for anything from, you know, your husband, your father, but they also have kids sizes too now, which is awesome because I don't have a boy, but if I did, he'd be wearing poncho also. So I love the denim. I love the flannels. I have a few corduroy shirts. I've been waiting till the weather here in Houston has cooled off, and now I can actually like really wear like long sleeve shirts.
And if he's hard on clothes, you can actually get the tough thread, which is kind of like you've got the denim long sleeve, but it's like a denim.
Yeah, if you're actually out there working on the ranches,
yeah,
get the tough thread.
Yeah, but also with Poncho, you get like free shipping, free returns, free exchanges to make sure that the fit is like just right, and you're getting like the right gift for your husband or for your dad or whoever you're purchasing it for. So Poncho stands by every shirt. If it's not his favorite, they'll make it right. So yeah. Adam, tell us what our special code is.
All right, so if you go to ponchooutdoors.com/morethan, you'll get $10 off your first order. That's PONCHO outdoors.com/morethan, and enter the code, obviously more than, and you'll get $10 off your first order
with free shipping.
Yeah.
For the man who doesn't ask for much but deserves the best.
And whenever they ask you where you heard about it, let them know that you heard it from More Than Reality podcast.
Yep. So thank you, Poncho Outdoors, for sponsoring our podcast.
Thanks, Poncho.
So today,
I mean, this week, I mean, the biggest thing that happened this week, today, and we thought it was going to happen last week. It ended up not happening because the buyer like went out of town. He had something going on, blah, blah, blah. But today we finally signed and closed on our house.
Yep.
We
Cheers.
did that. Whoa, just a few hours ago.
Put those people like on the screen, like, dancing, cheers.
Finally behind us.
Yeah. So we're officially not league cityers.
And paying 2 house notes right now, which, oh gosh, that's been fun.
So I feel like we can kind of like breathe in like just a minute.
I know. We're not really like in a rush to do anything new.
Yeah.
Like, cause everybody's like, oh yeah, you sold the house. Like now you're going to start looking. I'm like,
it's like, I don't want to think about house stuff
relax,
at all for a minute.
Take a break.
I just want to like settle And now that we're like literally approaching November, I'm like, this is the busiest time of year. We want to now just get through the holidays. We'll probably only put up one tree, which is really sad because how many trees did you move, Adam?
Oh my gosh. We're like going through all the attics and stuff. I mean, how does someone have this many Christmas trees?
Well, plus each kid has a tree.
So
each little kid, they're all like those little 4-foot trees.
So there's 6 trees. and then there's a tree for the playroom. And then downstairs we had the big tree,
the 12-foot tree.
And then we have
two
another
7-foot trees,
like 2 really slim trees. And then we had another tree.
I got 2 new ones last year, and then we have the old one that I don't even know. We should just threw it away a long time ago. We literally probably had like at least 12 or 14 trees in the house.
Yeah, and there was like a few still in the attic that like we just didn't throw out because they weren't really in bad shape. We had just gotten new ones because they looked a little different and they matched some of the other ones. And so, I mean, I think there was like 14 trees
we
moved into storage.
The best thing about moving, which we just discovered this house move, because we finally we really, since we've had the Quints and been a family of 8, we've never really decluttered.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah. When we moved out of the mold house that you guys saw on TLC.
Yeah.
Literally that day, because the home builder helped us move to the house we just sold. They helped us move. And so literally they brought in like 3 separate moving crews that helped pack and like organize, pack and move everything. And it happened so fast that there were so many people in the house packing stuff up, wrapping stuff up, boxing it up, that you couldn't see what was going in boxes. And I mean, they were just grabbing everything. Literally, there could have been, when we were in the living room, in the kitchen, there was like candy wrappers and blah, 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 like on the counter. And they would just like grab it and then throw it into a box. And so like when we got to the other house, we're like, oh, this says kitchen. You open it up and there's trash in it.
I literally opened a box and it was literally like, it wasn't even like school paperwork or like something you would like want to keep. It was just like scribble paper from like drawing at the house on the table. And I remember that being in a box with like wrapped tissue, like the paper that you wrap like glass or something with. It was so random. Like, why is this in a box? Like, throw it away. But they could not throw anything away. So everything had to go in a box and everything had to be wrapped. So anything that was already in our attics at the other house, instead of being able to like look through it, oh, do we really need this? Do we really need to move it? It just got thrown in a truck and moved to the other house. We also, too, were in like zero space of decluttering because we had Blake, who at that time was like 7 years old, and the quintuplets were 3 years old, and we were filming. So there was no time to be like, let's declutter and deal with this mold and film and have 3-year-old quintuplets and a 7-year-old. And I mean, there was no time for that. So, but with moving, what I figured out, if you are going through the process of moving and you are being able to declutter and stuff, which this may have been happening all these years, but we just came to the knowledge of it, is that we just piled all of the junk and even all of the donation stuff that we wanted in one company, which was this really nice man. What was it called? Haul It Off?
I don't know. I just know the guy's name.
Haul Off, junk haul off. I'm going to find it, and they only have a Facebook page.
He gave you his Facebook page.
He doesn't have Instagram or anything, but he has a Facebook page.
A friend of ours just saw it like on like our community Facebook page, and he just like sent me the guy's name and number.
But 2 neighbors in the neighborhood had used him too.
Yeah.
So anyways, they were incredible. It was like 2 guys came, so awesome.
Yeah.
And just did a great job.
Like extremely helpful.
And they took the donation stuff. They took however many loads it took. They did all that. And I was like, this was like the best part of like, we need to get all of our stuff out, and just to be able to get the trash or the things you want to donate, or how many times would it take you to go bring stuff or do that? They just came and did all that. Like that was so much time saved. And so if you are moving, I would look into companies around you to see if people do that. And there are people that do it for free. They did it for free. They do it for free. And you just pay like the yard fee of like the dump fee or whatever.
Yeah. Cause some stuff they can salvage, some stuff they can use for like scrap parts or scrap metal, some stuff they donate, or, you know, maybe able to like, if it's good enough stuff, they could sell it,
resell it or whatever.
And so they take it.
And that's where they get like,
they take it to their place first. They kind of go through everything, separate, sort, you know, and then they just throw strictly the trash to like the landfill or whatever. Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that they salvage and disperse and do whatever with. Yeah. And so I mean, like I was blown away by how cheap it was. I'm going to find it
while we're talking about it so I can let everybody know. But I had it on my stories.
But they're super helpful. I mean, even because they saw that like I was, you know, moving everything out of the garage and stuff. And, you know, it's just like, oh, you know, we're here to pick up the trash and haul stuff off. But then there's this dad with just a bunch of kids, like trying to haul stuff out of there. And so like in the middle of stuff, they're like, hey, you know, is there anything like big or bulky that you need help with that we could help you load in? But
yeah,
I mean, they're extremely helpful. You know, they weren't just like there doing a job. Like they were just genuinely like nice, good people that just were super helpful.
Yeah, they were. I'm looking through my stories in the archive stuff, but we never even talked about After the Rain either, because I had that event. We probably would have talked about that last week, but wow, I don't understand this archive stories thing. Oh, there's me. Okay, here it is. freehauloff.com. freehauloff.com. So you can either go to that website if you're like in the Houston area, or they have a Facebook page. But these guys were like awesome. I think they said that they've had like 500 top 5-star reviews or whatever, except one 4-star review, or I forgot what he said. He laughed about it. But anyways, we love working with like more small businesses versus like the big, huge, large companies and stuff. And we like to support people like that. So I would recommend checking them out if you're in that area. But also if you live in a different town or whatever, like look up stuff like that. Because now we discover like there actually are companies like that that do that kind of stuff. So super cool. So I would highly recommend checking out freehauloff.com. You can look at their website or check out their Facebook. They don't have Instagram or whatever, just Facebook. Yeah. So yeah, we enjoyed them a lot, and they were just super, super helpful. Great guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we finally closed that chapter, League City, which it just actually was talking to, because today I played Mahjong, which I'm telling you.
The new latest craze.
No, I'm going to be like Ma. You know, she used to play like bridge and stuff. I'm going to be that. I'm going to be like 80, sitting around my like card table game, drinking gin and being like 4 Mahjong clubs, my Monday club, my Tuesday club. Cause it used to be like bridge used to be the thing, but it's going to be Mahjong.
I wish I had that kind of time on my hands.
What? 80? At 80, you're retired. Are you talking about today or when we're 80?
Yes.
Oh, it was 1 hour.
I feel like I run around, barely keep my head above water. She's like, oh, I'm playing Mahjong today. There's a lady coming over. Oh, I got dinner tonight with friends.
Dude.
Oh, I'm going to Mexico. Oh, like, babe.
All this stuff has been, because all these things have been planned on the calendar. You're the one who doesn't.
Like, girls trip, girls dinner.
Sorry, babe.
Brunch, game day. Like, good gosh.
You wanted me to stay
welcome,
home.
Babe.
You wanted me to stay home. This is what we do.
Night.
Listen, don't start complaining. I'll go back to work.
You're gonna need to support all your game habits.
I know. I want my Mahjong, and one set's like $500 because you gotta get the cute ones.
Like, how much does it cost to have the lady come here and set it up?
$25.
Why? How is it that cheap?
That's what it is.
Did she leave?
Yes.
So she just comes and brings the.
No, she's teaching us.
Of course. But she stays the entire time y'all are playing.
Yeah, because that was.
Does she play with y'all?
She's helping us learn the game.
She can come and just play with people.
Don't diss my Mahjong game, but Priscilla came.
I kind of want to sit in on one of these and see how it goes.
She gave us today.
She charges you $25. I thought it was gonna be way more than that.
You're welcome. I'm budgeting.
I mean, I'm just thinking of a lady coming to your house, setting up this elaborate board, staying for a couple hours. Like it.
Usually we do.
In my opinion, it would be more than $25.
Well, if you want me to be honest, it was $25 for me
per person. Okay, that makes more sense.
But it's usually 4 people, so it's $100 for her time, which is usually 2 hours. So it's $50 an hour that she is for herself, which to me is still really cheap.
Yeah. But how many times have y'all played this now?
This is my second time.
And like a Mahjong board is like what, $400?
So I think
y'all could have literally pulled your money,
but
and like everybody put in $100.
We don't know how to play,
and just like buy your own board. So now it can just travel amongst the friends.
But we don't know how to play. Is the thing is that she's teaching us how to play the game.
I mean, I'm sure I've learned an awful lot on YouTube.
Nope. We talked about that today.
No, I'm sure she like talked like, oh, don't watch YouTube. Keep paying me $200 every time I come over.
No, she is amazing, and she's so nice. And
don't trust YouTube.
I haven't won Mahjong yet. I haven't won the game yet, and today the table won, or the board won, or the.
If that was my business model, I wouldn't be.
This isn't her full-time job.
I'd be discouraging people from going and putting me out of business also.
This isn't her full-time job. She does it for fun because she loves the game. I forgot what I was going to say. Remember that happening After the Rain? I totally went blank, and that one never came back. I was in the middle of talking on the stage, and I'm like, wow, how does that just like... It just clearly leaves your brain.
It's because whenever you get nervous, you're supposed to picture people in their underwear, and I was right on the front row. And so she just...
I wasn't nervous, and I did not think of anyone in their underwear. And people are like, why are you at a women's thing, Adam? Yeah, so let's talk about that. I did have something else to say about Mahjong, and before we switch subjects, what I want to say is it is a really fun game. I always thought Mahjong was that tile game that is on
like a PC.
Yeah, or in the Tesla when
like
you're parked.
It would come like on a computer. Like you would have like solitaire and Mahjong, and like one like Snake or like the Mind game.
Yeah, and you have to match the tiles.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why do people play Mahjong? This is stupid. It's like, go fish. It's not. I
always just thought it was a match.
Yeah, it's like matching game.
Why is a bunch of moms getting around playing match? But apparently it's not like that.
No, that's like what we do. The real game
is not like
we're really just calling it Mahjong matching game. We're really doing something else. I'm just kidding.
It's like getting around and playing Guess Who.
So anyway, the game is really fun. And if you haven't played it, I'm sorry to you husbands who might be listening, but your wives need to get involved in this because it's so fun. And if you have someone around you that can teach you, I would recommend someone teaching you person because this is like American Mahjong. And I actually think the lady from Dallas is the one. There's a lady from Dallas who's the one who like created all like the cute, like changed changed it from like the Asian, because it's from like it's an Asian Chinese like it's where it's created from.
But it's
like,
still called Mahjong.
yeah, but this is like the American version, all the cute. Adam's gonna try to pull it up on YouTube right now, but no, because Ellen
Mahjong, how to play.
No, I'm about to tell you. This is what I was gonna say.
How to play Mahjong.
No,
actually understanding how the
I
game works.
invited Ellen, and she was like, "Oh my god, I've been wanting to play," but she had never played, and this was like lesson 2. So she went on YouTube and watched 2 like tutorials, and she learned a lot. But there was a couple things that she said today, and I was like, "That's not true. That's not even what, like, when you open a thing, that's not even the rules on the thing." So it's right. You don't want that to be told to you, because that is,
you're learning the wrong dialect.
yes, great way to say it. Exactly. So you want a person to teach you the right way. And we have been learning, like, with a training, like making it easier, but we were going to actually get to the big thing today, but I had to go because we had the closing.
I mean, it's just like playing dominoes in Mexican train. Like, oh, we play with different rules. Like we modify the rules sometimes based off of like who's playing and blah, blah, blah. Like I guarantee you it's like that.
Babe, you can only use Pong and you can only use Kong in the right way. Okay?
Yeah, you lost me.
I had fun with that the first time. Pong, Kong. But
please don't start talking in an Asian accent.
It's really fun, and
this girl's gonna get us canceled.
It's really fun, and you're gonna get me one for my birthday if I don't buy it for myself first. So speaking of when I lost my brain thought, I brought up After the Rain because that literally happened to me while I was on the stage, and that was fun. But a lot of women laugh because I think as we get older, it can happen. And women laugh because I'm not the only one that happens to. And I think this conversation can go a lot of different ways, but I want to talk about After the Rain. So Adam was there, and there was a couple men because we had the man band. The band was great, but it was the man band because it was 4 men, just friends of ours, and it was awesome. They were great, but I did have a friend, Jen.
I mean, 4 probably the most talented musicians that we know.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe that they were all just willing to come do this. So ultra like skilled that I'm like, can y'all come, like, you want to play at like this women's night event? But incredible. They're like, what's the song you want? Got it in my head already. I know how to do that. I just hear it one time.
Like if anybody, because we talk about Ben and Corley a lot from Good Ranchers, they're very, very, very close friends of ours. Ben, and if you've like seen any of the podcasts and stuff that Ben and Corley have been on, and they've told their story.
You can pull him up on YouTube.
Ben in his former life was a worship pastor
for like 15 years.
One of the largest churches in Houston for like many years, like a decade or more. And just extremely talented. Like whenever you watch him play piano, like he is a prodigy. Like he is the most talented person I've ever seen on a piano. And he can just like, it's just one of those people that they can listen to a song. They know it already. And then just start playing it. And it's just crazy. Yeah. But he's extremely gifted. Yeah. And then you had like Jonathan, who is the lead drummer for Lakewood Church, which is the largest mega church in the U.S. And so he's like their lead drummer and like producer. He like produces all their music. Mm-hmm. And so, that was like the head 2 people and like this band, the man band, and then Jonathan's brother. And I mean, it was just extremely talented people. Yeah. And no one really knew that. Yeah. It's not like they were an actual band. I just called them the man band afterwards because I don't know, they deserved a title. But we did have a friend, Jen, and she sings beautifully and she's talented and she's written music before and everything. But she got sick with fever and everything the day before. And so she literally couldn't come sing, but she was going to be like
the woman singer for the women's event, but
To make it not the man band.
to make it not the man band. But thankfully we had the man band, and didn't have to like scrounge around and find something last minute. But the event, if you don't know about this event, this is the first women's event that I put on in a different way. You know, this is something I've talked about for quite a while, and I've talked about it on the podcast. Like, I'm throwing this women's event. God told me about this, that I'm going to put on some event for women last year. And he told me October 2025. And I'm like, okay, cool. How am I going to do that? Well, throughout this last year, he has literally just placed women in my life that I'm just like, wow, these are the women that are going to help me do this. And so these team of women, I told them that, like, I think God's put you in my circle so that y'all are going to help me do this. And it had some up and downs. And, you know, when you're usually shooting to do something for the Lord, you get faced with a lot of enemy attacks and enemy trying to defeat you and tear you down. And
Spiritual warfare.
Yeah, spiritual warfare. And so that was happening.
Not just like our rivals.
That was happening for sure, especially towards the end.
We don't have any enemies around town, guys. It's spiritual warfare.
Yes.
We're not in a gang.
Okay, Adam. But I love how you make everything into a joke. So that was all happening, but
I mean, but some people could be hearing this and you just say like enemy,
like spiritual, yes. Okay, you're right. You're right. Thanks for clarifying.
I mean, some people like don't think that way, or some people may not understand that or believe that. But
Okay.
you're just talking about our enemies. I just want to make sure, like, okay, like we believe in spiritual warfare,
Okay.
and that's like
fair. That's fair.
there's like a heavenly realm and like good and evil and stuff like that. And like whenever we're doing stuff for good, it upsets, and the enemy, Satan and his demons, want to disrupt that
Yeah.
good from happening.
Yeah. But we weren't going to let that turn us away from the purpose and the goal of this. And that was, I kept saying no, but God made this clear to me. God made this clear to me. I have to stay forward with this. I have to stay forward with this. And there was times that I was like, no, I'm going to postpone it. No, I'm just cancel this, or just feeling defeated. But nope, just kept going. I was like, nope, get into scripture, reopen my journal, reminded myself, like, this isn't about the trials. This isn't about anything. This is about what God called me to do. And it's about the other women. This is for the other women that are going to come to this. That's what it's for. And it ended up being perfect. From what I envisioned a year ago, from that day, so clearly, what God told me, it was that day. And it was amazing. We had 4 speakers.
You mama bared it.
I don't like that analogy or phrase. Give me another one.
Like Goldilocks and the 3 bears. It wasn't too big. It wasn't too small. It's just right.
Now, okay.
Just hit that right in the mama bear.
My gosh, you're just like on fire today. Usually you're tired in the evenings.
I know.
But it really was. I mean, I needed more time to share, and I was kind of like, I needed more time to like keep going on, but it was beautiful. I've had a lot of great feedback, and I love good and bad feedback. So we will have more of these. I've already got one location kind of identified for next year. And I think I will do another one kind of more locally around here next year. So I'm already kind of planting for 2. What I have discovered is, which is something that I was aware of, is that a lot of women need this. A lot of women need this. And the stories that were shared were 4 different stories, and the purpose of these stories are to share what God can do through trials. And when you feel that you have been defeated or suffering or loss, and you can go no further in whatever state that you were in or whatever trial you were in, if you can hold on, or maybe you've never even known God, and in that moment you can look up and ask God. So whether you've, are finding God through the trial and you're facing the trial, but it's hearing these stories in 4 different scenarios of 4 different, health and battles, waiting in singles, looking for, your future husband, or trying to conceive, have a family, or literally just walking through like abandonment and abuse, and stuff like that. Or we could talk about like loss, and these stories are to show you that like people is to encourage you and give you hope, to say, you are not the only one who has stepped in this phase. There's other people out there that have walked in a phase where you have been, and they have made it through. And I want to help you understand that and help you realize that there is a God who loves you and is not going to abandon you. And you can see the other side of it if you cling to him, and he will pull you through that. And so to hold on to hope. Just feedback from this one event, it's been so beautiful to see what God told me last year. It's so good. He's so good, because I don't know. There was a lot of these women like I don't know, or even some of the women that I was hearing things that I didn't even know was part of their story. Like, as long as I've even known some of these women, I had no idea some of these things. And so it's beautiful to see like when a group of women can come together and really just lean on each other, because some women don't understand friendship. And I'm kind of glad we did talk about that last week. So women find it hard to connect with women. So to have a place where you can come and just be encouraged and have prayer, be prayed for. And the purpose of the Heart of Her, which is the ministry for this event, is to grow this to where women can connect with other women who are growing together, so you can be connected with people in the same phase of life. So if you've, lost a spouse or a friend or a husband, a child, or, family member, or whatever that loss is, that we can be able to connect you with other people, possibly even in your location, so that y'all could meet up for coffee or like talk these things together. Mm-hmm. So this is a growing thing, and this was the first event. Now it's figuring out kind of 2 next year, but also trying to figure out like, how do I have more of these? Because I think it's such a need. It's such a need. There's a lot of good to come, but a lot of logistics and a lot of planning still to be around it. So those of you who are connected with it, I would say hold on to it and stay connected with like the Facebook and stuff, because it's a new startup. It's not like it's this huge. It's really me with a team of people that helped me put this event on. So there's no like backing for like this ministry page yet. So it's just me. So we're really just trying to grow that. But I have a deep desire, and I think God's really shown me like this is what you need to do. So anyway, it was a beautiful event, and we ended up bringing our girls there last minute, because I just felt like I didn't want them there because they were young, and I didn't want them running around. But I also thought, you know what? We've been talking more and more with them about like our story, and like as they're 10 years old and getting older, like they're coming into this world, and just it wasn't normal, and the NICU and all those things, and just the trials through it and the hard things through it. And So
One of the more awkward moments of the night was I'm sitting on the front row and Danielle's like telling our story. And I think this is really like the first time that you've like told your story to like your vulnerable side of your story about the infertility stuff and trying to conceive and everything in front of Blake. Like she may have heard bits and pieces of her story here and there, but like you telling like your full story, like in detail, like everything, like conceiving, trying to get pregnant, like all these things, all the details.
Did I say turkey baster?
Yeah. And so, you know, I'm on the front row. Like there was like, you know, there's a big middle section and then 2 sections on either end. And like I'm on the front row, and then just across the aisle, Blake sitting on the front row,
like second seat. She's still
right
like
here
front row
with one of her best friends. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was awkward.
I mean, she's heard it, but
a few moments of the story got really awkward. I started to sweat.
She knows the story, but she's never heard it in a form of a speech. I would say. So yeah, but I did at one point go, wow, I forgot my teenage daughter is here. So it was, that kind of like took me off track. But the quints weren't in there at that time. And we did have one of our speakers, Eugenia, which was an amazing story. We did make sure.
A very graphic story.
A very graphic story. Like I made sure like the quints were out of there because I didn't want them to hear her story. And I had already vetted her story beforehand. Yeah. And so, you know, just being cautious of that. They were too young to hear some of the things that she had to share.
Yeah.
But anyways, it ended up being just a beautiful night, and just felt really, really thankful that God put that on my heart and called me to do that. And it was a the first time I ever felt like a full circle of obedience of something. The first time I ever felt like fully called to do something where something was so evident, like written out, and then trying to be obedient over a whole like year span and being pulled in multiple directions, and then our life changing drastically to then all like so many things, and then actually like seeing it come. And it was very overwhelming. It was very overwhelming. Oh, and then my 30-day devotional came out, and the book came out the day before. It came to the house the day before. So I was able to like sign it and give it to all the VIPs. And so that'll be coming out online, which was supposed to come out on the 18th the next day, but it's not even out on the, hopefully by the end of the month. So yeah, so I don't know. It's just been, it's been a lot. It's, you know, it's ever changing, but I feel like we're kind of closing. We've settled that chapter, and it's been beautiful to see how God's worked through all that and bringing people together. And when God has equipped people with certain skills and abilities, and you pull those people together, it's so amazing to see like the team that I had that just volunteer time and working together, like how beautiful that was.
Yeah, you had a dream team.
I had a dream team, and I couldn't ask for anything better. I don't know if they'll do it again. I don't know. You know, it's like, oh, I hope they can, but you know, I don't know. And so, and then, you know, we moved, and then we closed on the house today, and just kind of closing that chapter. So I feel like it's just all in all been like a, you know, we're closing lots of chapters and making way and making room for a lot of new things to come. And it's kind of exciting. Mm-hmm. And Adam's over there just looking good in that poncho, which is not a rain poncho. It's like his clothing poncho outdoors.
Yeah, it's a denim shirt.
Yeah.
And like,
I actually like the color of this one too. And I like the pearl buttons on it.
Like a lot of,
I'll probably wear it later.
No, you definitely will, because you steal all my denim shirts. But like most like denim shirts, they aren't like stretchy, but the poncho shirts, they have like a lot, they have some stretch to them. They're not just like stiff, and I mean these can like stretch and move with you. I like it.
I like the color of that one.
Yeah,
green's my favorite color, so thank you for getting that one for me. Anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoyed today's podcast, and I think next week actually I'm going to set you up for next week because it'll be interesting too. Today I went to kind of shared on my stories today. I went to our first kind of like orientation for like homeschool, like co-op, kind of learning about what that would look like for the quintuplets next year.
Exploratory.
I said investigation today. Which is kind of the same.
Going to investigate them.
Kind of the same thing. So we're going to talk about that next week. We were going to talk about today, but I still feel like I have to like kind of like structure that better and instead of just yabber and jabber and yabber and off. Yeah. So anyway, so stay tuned for that episode next week.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So thank you guys for tuning in to episode 56.
Yep. Thanks
of
for
More Than
listening.
Reality podcast. All right. We love you guys.
Peace out.